Welcome to the Explainer. So, what if I told you your income has almost nothing to do with your job, the economy, or even how hard you work? Today, we're diving into Bob Proctor's pretty radical idea that your earnings are actually set by a hidden mental program. And, more importantly, we're going to show you how to rewrite it.
Okay, let's start right here with this foundational concept. And look, this isn't just some feel-good motivational quote. It's the actual operating principle for everything we're about to get into. The financial reality you're experiencing right now, it all starts right here, inside your mind.
All right, first things first. We need to expose the invisible program that's currently dictating your financial results. I want you to think of it like a script, one that's running in the background of your life, 24/7, whether you know it or not.
Now, this program has a name. It's called a paradigm. The best way to think about it is like the operating system on your computer or your phone. It controls pretty much all of your automatic behaviors and actions without you even having to think about it. And here's where things get really interesting. Proctor's whole argument is that your income isn't set by your job or the economy, but by a specific set point that's hardwired into this paradigm. It's like a mental thermostat, you know? And until you consciously change that setting, you will always go back to the same financial temperature.
And this control, it runs deep. I mean, just look at this list. Your paradigm shapes everything from how you see the world to how creative you are and even your own logic. The takeaway here is simple, but it's really profound. To change your income, you have to change the program first.
So if we're all kind of living inside this pre-programmed box, how in the world do we get out? Well, the key is both incredibly simple and amazingly powerful.
Does this feel familiar at all? You set a big goal, you try to earn more money, but somehow you keep ending up right back where you started. That's you hitting the invisible walls of your paradigm. Its entire job is to keep you consistent with your old results.
But here it is. This is the breakthrough. A single, committed decision. I'm not talking about a hope or a wish, I mean a real decision. Causes those walls to just collapse, instantly. Now that doesn't mean you're at the finish line, but it means the path forward is finally clear.
And this quote from Buckminster Fuller, it's the perfect strategy. You don't fight the old programming. That's a losing battle. Instead, you focus all your energy on building a brand new mental model for wealth, one that's based on a completely different set of rules.
Okay, so the walls are down. Now what? Well, it's time to build that new model by understanding the new rules of the game. And just to be clear, these aren't just ideas. They're said to operate like fundamental laws of physics.
So the first law is the law of vibration. It basically says that everything is just energy, moving at a certain frequency, and that includes money. So to attract it, you can't just chase it. You have to literally tune your own thoughts and feelings to the frequency of prosperity. You've got to become a vibrational match for the wealth you want.
Now this brings us to a huge, kind of mind-bending shift in perspective. You are not paid for your hard work. You're paid for the service you provide. Think about it. A person breaking concrete with a jackhammer works incredibly hard, but for pretty low pay. A recording artist provides a service, entertainment, to millions of people and earns millions. See the difference? The key isn't the effort, it's the scale and the quality of the service.
Your income is also governed by what's called the law of compensation, which has these three parts. So what's the secret here? It's to stop worrying so much about number 1 and number 3, the need for what you do or how replaceable you are, and pour all your energy into number 2, relentlessly, obsessively improving your ability. As you get better and better, the other two just take care of themselves, and your income has to rise to match. So let's get practical. How do we actually apply all this stuff? Well, it really boils down to understanding 3 very distinct strategies for earning money, and then, of course, choosing the right one.
Now, just look at this slide for a second. It's actually astounding when you see it laid out like this. A whopping 96% of the population uses the least effective strategy for earning money. Meanwhile, just 1% uses the strategy that generates almost all the wealth.
So here's the breakdown. M1 is trading your time for money. That's the trap that 96% of people are in. The problem? You always run out of time. M2 is investing money, which is great, but you need capital to get started. And then there's M3. This is the real game changer. It's about creating multiple sources of income that are not tied to your time. This is the strategy of the 1%.
Now, I know this is going to sound outrageous, but with the M3 strategy, this becomes a legitimate target. Why? Because by decoupling your income from your time, you completely remove the ceiling on your earning potential.
And this is how it's done, by building multiple streams of income. This isn't a new idea. Wealthy people have always done this.
Some streams can be big, some can be small, but they all flow into your bank, working for you around the clock. And with today's technology, you can literally create them from anywhere in the world.
Embracing this new reality means you have to start seeing yourself differently. You're not just an employee trading hours for dollars. You're a center of creation, and you're capable of expanding into something so much more. You are literally designed for growth.
So look, you've now seen the hidden laws and the strategies of the wealthy. The old model of just trading your time for money is broken. It's obsolete. So the only question that's left is, what new financial reality are you going to create?